Hey Garth Gang, and welcome to a Path of Exile video. This is a video I've been meaning to do for a while now, and this is reviewing my level 59 to 60 heist character. Hold on, let me just bring up the confirm. Where's the button? There it is. As you can see, it's level 59 heist runner Garth. That's the character. Can be found on my profile if you're really interested. And this character does low level endless heist. It runs from level 59 to 60, operating the chaos recipe tool on a very specific filter, and trying to maximize chaos turnover at a low level. Now the original idea was to go up to Act 10 Katava but not kill him, and then level down, and whilst you're leveling down you do any contracts that you've picked up while you've been leveling up. It's not ideal for League start because you do need to rely on a lot of orbs of scouring and orbs of chance to get your contracts, and then orbs of scouring to do the level down recipe. However, if you pick the right contracts, that being lockpicking, demolition, agility, deception, then you start to maintain your own chance orbs and scours, or you can start buying them on the market in bulk using the chaos you're generating. That's the general idea. So first of all, let's go through the gear. Now, nothing on this character is standard. I might have, nope, even the Quicksilver is not legacy. Nothing on this character is legacy. All the gear came over from 3.15 to 3.17. So there's nothing on here that is a legacy. It's all gear that you're fully capable of getting or crafting in the current game League. So because we are level 59 to 60, we are restricted on uniques and various other gear that we can equip. So this is kind of without spending a huge amount of money, this is the kind of gear we'll be looking at. So we've got here our six link quill rain, and this runs our, where is it? There it is. Anomalous toxic rain, blister totem, void manip, vicious prod, efficacy, and conk effect. We have a rat's nest helm for the 10% increased movement speed. The attack speed is quite nice as well. It's quite a lot of evasion if you get a decent rolled one, and you know, you're a smaller character, which is just funny. This holds our castle and damage taken, molten shell, life tap, and phase run. My life tap and my castle and damage taken both need to level up. I just haven't got round to do it on this character because I was enjoying my RF Inquiz in 3.17. A very nicely rolled Here's Bite. What you want on this one is the max life rolled on both, so that's 3 life gained for each enemy hit by attacks, and then a max implicit, and then ideally max strength and intelligence with max attack speed. Effectively, the only thing you don't want maxed is the dexterity, because we get that in loads. But again, it depends on how much currency you want to throw at the character. You could just craft your own Here's Bite and be done with it. I've invested quite a lot into this character over the last few leagues, so 2 well-rolled hoops of Ulds. I haven't catalysed them yet because I just haven't got around to it. Ideally, we're looking for high elemental resists, high attributes, and high increased damage. The rarity is mute. So there's the other one as well. As you can see, that one's probably a little bit better. Then we've got our 6-link Queen of the Forest, and in here we run our normal Toxic Rain. You do not want a alt quality, you just want a normal Toxic Rain. And then we've got Vicious Prod, Void Manipulation, Divergent Mirage Archer, Efficacy, and Conk Effect. Going down to the gloves, rare gloves, all you want on here is life and whatever resist you need to resist cap yourself. And then this holds our auras, malevolence, determination, defiance banner, and I'll come back to the 4th one in a moment. We run, first of all you start off running Lionized Paws, but then later on you'll go for replica Lionized Paws, and again a high strength roll would be great on these. Sorry, my one of my cats is trying to get my attention, but they can go out and they've just had their food, so She's just telling me she's wet. Oh no, she's wet. She decided to go out in the rain, so that's her fault. As I was saying, on the replica you just want high strength. On the normal lionized spores you want high strength as well. And in this one we are buffing the toxic rain / rain of arrows attack that is on the boots, which procs. So it's regardless of which boots you're using, it's despair, hex touch, life gain on hit, and withering touch. The idea is that the toxic rain / rain of arrows procs, it gets the despair kicks off, so there's a hex touch, withering touch, and then you get some life. So between this proccing at 36, 39, 47 life per enemy hit by your attacks, which is why we're running toxic rain, and you get loads of arrows coming down, etc, etc, blah blah blah. We've got a Stitch Vice on here. This is a very nicely rolled one, and again this is purely for life, res, and then if you need it, strength as one of your resist rolls. If you don't need the strength, then ideally it would be life, resists, armor, and then mana ES / evasion, whatever you can get on there. And then this is a very nicely rolled. This cost me, this I picked up in standard. I don't know if you can still get it or not, I haven't looked, but this cost an X by itself. So we've got on there the energy shield, which is quite nice. We've got the increased damage over with two-handed weapon, and then we've got 4% increased movement speed if you've killed recently, and 4% increased movement speed if you haven't taken damage recently. So most of the time we are getting a 4% increased bonus. On averages we'll end up with an 8% increased bonus, so I kind of like that. Flasks again being restricted to level 59. We've got our Bountiful Sanctified of Anti-Bleed flask. We've got our Quicksilver with the 93% increased duration. We've at the moment, right, this is where it gets a bit odd because I'm testing the build. Normally this would be Grace, but I got a Purity of Elements, and this is an anomalous one as well. So these flasks are not rolled for this aura, but I don't have any other low level flasks because you either have to get high level and hope you don't roll anything you can't use, or like these ones, get low eye level flasks and then roll them for what you need. And I don't have any low eye level flasks in standard. They're all eye level 85 plus, which is no good for this character because most of the time it's going to roll with something I can't use. So they're the flasks. Ideally this is the kind of setup you're needing. If you're running Grace, you kind of going to be wanting to go with extra armor, extra evasion, and possibly reduced curse effect, just because. I'm running Purity of Elements, so if you're running Purity of Elements, that's a setup. If you're running Grace, this is the setup you're going to want. But Ignite, Shock, and Freeze, Chill. So that's the gear and the gems. The tree is the same as the one I've always been running. So we've got Quartz Infusion, Rapid Assault, and Avatar of the Chest. We don't go into maps, so we can't get Uber. And then we have leveling up. You tend to aim for the life, and then damage, and then more life, and mana res. I've got a full leveling set up in the POB, which I'll update to 3.18 and then link in the description below. But essentially we come up for finesse, come through for quick step, come down for herbalism, and then out to Master Fletcher. Once you've done that, you can then, well, what I did was I went through Heart of Oak, and then up through Ballistics, up to Aspect of Eagle, up to Wasting, down to the Mana Res node with the Mana Reservation Mastery. Oh, that's the 50 life mastery there. Then through to Revenge the Hunted, up for more damage. Then I completed this trail. I didn't get that till later, and then I came down here for Mage Bane and Reflexes. Then I got this damage node. Then I took Evasion Mastery, and then I filled it out with the Conqueror's Efficiency, dual socket there. the 2 for the replica Conqueror's efficiency. Then I took the cluster jewel node for this rather nice cluster jewel. So we end up with 7% mana res, regen life and elemental resists, and then we end up with more chaos resist and malevolence mana reservation. Then once all that's done, the last point is then to take the 10% increased max life with 10% reduced recovery rate. Because we're earning so much life from the proc on our boots, we don't need the minimal life regen we get, especially because you're only in heist for a minute or two. So that's the passive tree. Now if you are running Grace, you could take out this point here and put it into the Grace reservation, or you just get a 2-point mana reservation cluster jewel and then put a point into Grace. If you get the 2.1, it'll probably end up being cheaper. So again, it depends how much currency you're going to throw at it. So let's run this. I've got 2 contracts. I always run the contracts white. I don't see the point in rolling them. I am also not running the standard filter just because it's a lot of setup and I haven't set up the chaos recipe tool yet. So I am running my own endgame. I'm running my own endgame filter for now, just so we can get through. This is to test the build, not how much loot we can end. So I've got 2 level 60 demolition contracts to run. I'm going to run it this setup, and I'm going to re-roll the gloves and pop a Grace in there. I think I've got one somewhere, maybe, and we'll see how that goes. So we choose Tibbs, and we'll go. Please note I haven't sorted out my gear. Oh, where's the heist button? What key is the heist button? I've had to change all the interface options and everything can't be on V anymore for some stupid reason. I liked everything on V. Oh, what is heist? F11. Yeah, there we go. Oh no, Tibbs' gear is okay for this character, so that's fine. I've got to be careful that all the gear's working. Right, let's go and get this done. I want to see how it performs with running Purity of Elements in conjunction, and then run a Grace to see what happens. So open these up. That's a life tap. Proc in. I'm out of mana. Why am I out of mana? Oh, okay, I'm spamming it too much. I keep forgetting I've been playing my higher level one that's got loads of reduced mana cost, so yeah, I'll take that. That's some sockets. Come on. Oh, so slow. Dunk. I'm not running this as fast as I normally would do. I know that. I'm a bit out of practice with heist, to be honest. Oh great, now I'm cursed for the entire heist. They need to fix that. I think that's crap. Go and get this one down here. I should have enough. Yeah, loads. Oh, a void. Nice. Please remember this is standard, so the stuff you're seeing on the floor is not really relevant to League. God, my mana is ridiculous. Even all the mana reservation nodes. Oh, I didn't show you the amulet. I'll show you the amulet in a minute. Right, this is the amulet we've got. Because we don't need, in either version, whether you're running the Grace or the Purity of Elements, with the Tula Hope of Walls and everything else, you tend not to need too much res. So by getting this simplex amulet with the -1 or -2 prefixes, with but you get 25% increased explicit magnitudes, and this is the exact type of amulet you're going to want to roll. You'll need fossils is the easiest way to do it. I hit mine in 6, but you're after evasion, life roll, damage over time, and then chaos resistance, or at least 3 of those, so you can then, you know, throw on a life roll. It's about the only one I think you can craft, or damage over time. Anyway, this is the ideal one with the sovereignty anointed on there for the reservation. But as you can see, mana reservation is still a bit of a issue because our toxic rain costs miles off 30 and then 30 for the toxic rain. So the idea is to go 1, 2 and a shot, and then wait for your mana to come back. Right, let's get out of here. Bonk, and off we run. Drop 2 ballistas, drop another one, and then fire. That's it. Oh, there we go. Let's go and get this one. Let Tibbs bash it. I'm not expecting to find anything. As I said, I'm on my end game filter, so the loot is going to be a lot less than normal. I'm not running the chaos recipe tool either, so I'm not going to have anything dropping for that. I haven't died in a heist yet on this character. I've got a few deaths, but that was from leveling. Let's go and get this other big chest through here. Pop. Oh, chaos orb, nice. Right, and then that should be the end of it. Oh, bounce, bounce. There we go. So that went alright. I wasn't paying much attention to my life. I didn't have to hit a life flask. That was pretty good. Let's dump all this. Vendor all this. There we go. Forgot to sell the artifact because I'm stupid. Right, let's pop quickly back to the hideout and re-roll these gloves. I don't think I've got a grace I can use. Oh, I can level that down 1. Yeah, that's a 2020. I'm not leveling that down. We'll level this one down 1 level, be fine. Take a scour orb, sell it to Lily. Bonk bonk. Yeah, there we go. Right, and then we grab these out. What do I want? I want this. This is going to be armor evasion, so go over here. We're going to want a blue. Guarantee a blue, so it's going to be blue. Do I go blue red or blue green? Let's go blue red. Oh no, we want 2 sockets first. Almost messed it up. 2 sockets. Bonk. Change it to blue red. 1 blue, 1 red. Bonk. That's got my blue. Go back to sockets. Now we want a green or a red. I don't mind which. There's the green, so now we're hoping for red. Ah, almost. Give us a red. Glad I went with the red and blue. There it is. Right, now let's link it. Here we go. Throw in the grace, the determination, the defiance banner, and the malevolence, and we'll tuck that safely in there. Alright, let's just see if we need to change our passive tree or not. No, we've got the same amount, 83. I think that's about what we had last time. Obviously the tree's the same. We've just literally changed grace over for purity elements. The divergent bit doesn't really matter. You've got 1% chance to avoid chaos damage from hits. I think that's legible. Right, let's see how we do in this one. Obviously this is a very small sample size. We're only doing 1 of each, and we'll see how we get on. See if we seemingly take more damage. Oh, I didn't check my res. Where is my res? Yeah, see that. With the purity of elements we get that little bit of extra, but we're also susceptible now to all of the elements, which is the problem really. It's quite easy to res this character out with everything we're throwing in there for elemental resists, especially because we've got the two the hoops of all as well. Come on, there we go. Boom, kill those. Normally I don't wait for everything to die, but I'm not really running this as a proper heist. I should probably. I didn't run the last one correctly 100%, so I think we'll do this one the same way. There's the chill. Look at that slow. Our flask didn't kick in for whatever reason, so we did end up getting chilled. This is the thing, without the purity of... Oh, another council. Without the purity of elements, you're so susceptible to having your flasks proc when you need it, or not having them on auto, or setting them up on auto, like the freeze and chill one, have it when you're freeze or chilled. So you could change the enchantment on it. Right, there's the castle damage taken. That's gone up. Let's just check. What are we on at the moment? 583. No, we need to go up 1. Which means that now takes you up to 42. Molten shells on 40 goes up to 44. Okay. Can't open that one. We will set the alarm off. So we'll go and open up this. Oh, come on. So slow. There we go, and we're in. I'm not going to bother messing around trying to get those. I would normally, but I didn't do it on the last one, so we're not going to do it on this one. We're just going to grab and go. We'll open the 2 big chests like we did last time. Was it this way? What was the first one I did? No. Nope. Forgot where I was going. Oh well. Still haven't made... Oh, I'll keep going to press mana. I don't have a mana flask. But I haven't noticed any great deal of difference at the moment, but other than that chill, which really did slow you down. And this is the kind of one where you usually get all the chilling towers. There it is, and burning ground. That's an ignite. Yeah, there you go. So I'm gonna have to use my life flask there, just in case you get walloped by one of those spells. Attacks, run through those. Oof, this is rough. It's the chill towers. That's what gets you. Right, let's just sort this all out. Another 6 socket. Sorry, there we go. Sell that with the thingies. There we go. Go in here. Drop those off. Right then. Go back to my favourite character. There we go. So again, it's not a great sample size because we only did 2. Both of them turned out to be tunnels, which was a good thing because they were both on the same tile set. This build still does work. Currency generation would still be the same. When I was running this build the last few leagues, I was earning anywhere between 20 and 60 C every 4 to 5 minutes, and that's without the chaos recipe, because sometimes I didn't have enough to hand in my full sets. I was aiming for 10 full sets, which I didn't always get, so which is why the scale of chaos is a bit random in my calculations. If I set it down to 8 full sets, I generally get the 8 full sets. Well, that's 16C, so 20 to 50C, 20 to 60C, 70C, somewhere around there per 45 minutes on this build. And then if you do it as a league start, if you're gonna do it as league start, I wouldn't go all the way up to Katava. I would hit level 16 and then start and stop, you'd end up with a lot fewer passive points. You'd end up with, how many would you lose? That one, yeah. So you'd probably have to drop this and then drop an aura. You'd probably, at that point, you would probably have to run Grace and take the Grace reservation node, because you wouldn't have enough points. I don't know. If you're doing it on League Start, you just want to start earning currency very, very quickly, and this is depending on how fast you can get through the axe. Or, which is the more popular choice, just go up and run 66 to 67. I am pretty much converted over to the 66 to 67. I haven't run one myself yet, but in League my character is getting there. I'm just taking my time with it and having fun. But this build and strategy is still viable. I would probably just use it as like a mid-league chaos generator. So you could, or if you're an SSF and you want chaos for doing your chaos rerolls and stuff, just as a thought. But I really do prefer having the purity of elements. It's such a good aura. It's such good value, and it frees up your flasks. So there we go. Now we want back to sockets. 3, we want red or green. Oh, seriously? Come on. Thank you. Now we want a red one. Yeah, nicely done. There we go. Purity of elements, malevolent. No, I wanted 2 red, didn't I? Oh, what a noob. Oh, back down to 2. Up to 3. No, blue one again. It's an armor evasion base. Shut up with your blues. There's the red. Red again, that's better. Okay. Wasted some sockets there, but hey ho, standard. I've got a few. Malevolence and purity of elements. There we go. Looking at the resist with purity of elements, if you are going to run this, you could probably drop one of these, which has got, let's check the attributes. Yeah. See, you could probably drop another one. Maybe attributes. Yeah, bricks your build. So you're going to want one. You're going to want one on, just for the attributes, and then, but it means you probably wouldn't need something like this stitch belt with a ton of res. Or gloves. You could probably take the gloves out for resists, maybe. I don't know. Play with it. Let me know how you get on. I am just going to put my gem back. This is all my gem collection I've just been sorting out and leveling up. 14 sits there. They are 19s, so they need to go there. Oh, excuse me. I apologise. It's getting late for me. So yes, I still believe this is a viable strategy. I wouldn't League Start with it. Honestly, you could, but I wouldn't. I would run a better build, the level 66, 67, 66, yeah, 66 to 67 version on the other character build I've put together, the other raider I've put together, and you'll have a lot more fun, and that one can run T16 maps quite easily with the correct on, you know, on the way I've built it. It does do T16s. Hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.